Minna Tomodachi Daisakusen, or Operation All My Friends, is the last of the Hunter x Hunter Game Boy entries for us to look at, and is actually a Game Boy Advance game. This game is fairly unique, and can best be described as a simulation game where none of the things you simulate are particularly enjoyable. You begin the game by creating your own hunter avatar and beginning at your new home. Essentially, from here on out, the game consists of mundane tasks, which raise the percentage completion of various types of hunter, such as clean hunter, remove hunter, repair hunter, dig hunter, and friend hunter, among some others. All these consist of using tools you gain during the game to complete said tasks. However, many are overwhelmingly tedious, such as using a broom or mop to clean various parts of the game world. At first glance, it appears Friend Hunter is moving along a narrative because it involves you talking to various characters from the source material and joining them on a quest. However, you'll soon come to realize that every quest is essentially the same, with differences almost entirely reliant on character interactions, with the exception of a very short final quest. There are some minigames during these portions. Alas, there are no consequences for losing these minigames or rewards for winning them. In fact, with only one exception I can think of, the game just continues when you lose a minigame exactly as if you had won. It's worth noting the friend quests do also sometimes allow you to gain new tools, with perhaps the most influential being the bow and arrow from Kurapika's quest, as this tool unlocks a minigame where you can capture monsters which can be sold for a decent price, which gives way to the other huge aspect of this game, avatar customization. Essentially, the game world is full of stores with shelves lined with all sorts of knickknacks and outfits for you to play dress up. As for the other tools available, to begin with, there's a sound recorder for recording sounds you hear in the game world like birds chirping, to be used when mixing music tracks, as the ability to mix sounds, instruments, and character voices together seems to be a feature the game developers were very much pushing, even though it's entirely optional. There's also a fishing pole, which unlocks a horrible fishing minigame, a cleaning cloth which functions virtually the same as the mop and broom, a shovel you gain early on which allows you to dig up pictures scattered throughout the world, a repair tool which is also essentially the same as the broom and mop since it just fixes up broken things in the game world like the cleaning supplies clean up things, and finally there's a building kit tool. The building kit is for building houses on various spaces in the game world, but is used up with each house built, and you must plant and harvest trees until you have 50 lumber again to regain the tool each and every time you use it. There's also a mail system in the game where the characters can send you messages and you can compose messages to send them. If you happen to include the right keywords, you can also trigger a message back, but the game doesn't give any indication of the keywords, so you're left to rely on your knowledge of the source material, and it's really just not worth the effort. Despite all the flaws of this game, I do commend it for its voice acting during the friend quests, as the character interactions were lighthearted, and I actually found at least Uvogen's quest pretty entertaining. I would actually recommend this game for upper beginners of Japanese who have a decent vocabulary under their belt, as most of the game is fairly simple and can be played quite leisurely. As far as I can tell, there's no way to actually lose the game, and it appears to continue indefinitely even after completing all the friend quests and many other tasks. You could conceivably just pick up the game and wander around talking to NPCs and shopping to do a little light Japanese reading practice. Now, by no means am I saying this is a good game. In my opinion, it's not. I'm recommending it the same way I would recommend a children's book that I find mediocre but passable for certain levels of reading comprehension.